they wouldn't ever need Kelly, but it's always handy to have someone who's a silky left footer, brilliant midfielder, can, you know, run forward, run back, so it's a two-way runner, can play through the wings as well, he's got a really good tank, and all round, he's just a decent, well, not even decent, he's a great player. In 2017, you know, he was sort of top 5 players in the comp, and since then, he's always been a good player, just doesn't seem to get the recognition, maybe because he plays for GWS and not a Victorian club. Consistent, reliable, and ultimately, he is worth a 9th pick, and Collingwood would have loved that. In 8th place, I've gone with a very good key defender. I think is quite underrated. You know, he has his ups and downs, his purple patches. I've gone with Alia. Now, obviously, originally, Alia went to Sydney, not Port Adelaide, but Sydney picked him up at pick 44. Which once again is a fucking steal for a key defender who's been playing pretty consistent footy, and since going to Port Adelaide, he has turned it on. That's a fucking steal. Now, pick 8 went to North Melbourne, so he would have gone to North Melbourne if this redraft had happened. And, you know, North Melbourne could have used him. Scott Thompson retired, I think, 2017, so he could have been that main big, tall defender, but unfortunately, you know, they chose a player who I'm going to get into in a second. No spoilers around here, but look, Alia, you know, he's not the 8th best player on this draft list, but 8th most important, the 8th player you want to build your team around, being a key defender, being someone who is so dominant in the air. I know it can be inconsistent, but let's allow him. Now, the man I sort of referenced before that North Melbourne did pick up at pick number 8, but I'm putting him at pick number 7, and people will be laughing at this, but I've gone Luke McDonald. If you watch Luke McDonald in isolation, he is such a star player. He is very smooth, he's reliable, he's an absolute rock defender. Like, he is such an astute defensive player. He can penetrate and hurt defensive systems with his left boot. His leadership, you know, is unquestioned. He's a fucking good leader. The only reason, you know, he doesn't get the plaudits is because he's been playing for North. And if he had have gone at pick 7, he would have gone to the Brisbane Lions, and he would have been such a consistent player.